Roll on tester number 2.
Hello, my name's Andrew Varney. I'm 29 years old. My main hobbies, anything to do with computers. I've asked Roadtest to sort me out a DVD player for my home.
A DVD player on Roadtest? Unheard of. Join us in a minute or so and find out what Andrew got. Welcome back to Roadtest. Now, just before the break, we heard from Andrew, who wanted a DVD player. Well, we didn't want to give him any old DVD player, so we've upped the ante and given him Panasonic's new home cinema system at £480. And let's see what he made of it.
This is the Panasonic SCHT80 home entertainment system. Complete with subwoofer, 6 speakers, 5-disc auto changer. It's also an amplifier and all sub-speaker. First impressions is the size. You take out the box, it is a big unit, and a lot of that is down to the fact that it is an auto changer. I've been using it to play DVDs, CDs and as an AM/FM tuner. I currently use PC to play my home DVDs, and I've also borrowed a single disc player in the past. It took about 15 minutes to set up. If you were doing it on a more permanent basis, it would take a lot longer. You'd have to hide all your speaker wires, mount all your speakers. It would probably take a good half a day to actually sort it out completely. Performance-wise, no problems at all. The sound's awesome. As a DVD player, it does everything you expect of it. You've got your 5-disc auto changer. You load your disc in and close it. It then loads it into the machine itself. You want to put another disc in. You then load your disc into the space and press close. It then reads it to ensure there's a disc there. As soon as it acknowledges that there is a disc there, it will start to play. It's got a novelty factor rather than a practical. If used as a CD player, again, it takes that long to get between the discs. It would actually, you'd end up just using a single disc player. Your main features on the remote control regarding your sounds, which you have to do with the disc stopped. You go into your setup. From this, you set up this just between where you're sat and the speakers themselves. And you've also got your different effects, your Pro Logic, your Super Surround sound, your simulated sound. The advantage of it being is you have less wires running around back. Wires not going to your amplifier from your DVD player, so it's less congested around the back of your telly. Its best feature's got to be the sound. It is close to cinema quality sound. I think it's aimed at people who are wanting to buy a DVD player, but haven't really got the speakers set up on their current system, and it basically is for the sound more than anything.
Now, these all-in-one systems are becoming more popular these days, but are they worth it? What do you think?
There's no question you get a lot for your money. I mean, this thing comes from the Aircraft Carrier School of Design. You could land tomcats on that page, you really could. And the whole idea of that is that, yeah, everything's in there, the subwoofer, surround sound, speakers, you get everything in one go. And I think more than anything else, it appeals to people who are worried about setting up all of this. So you saw the on-screen setup. It presumes it already knows exactly what the components are of the system. You haven't put it together from different modules. And so it's for the people who are a bit worried about piecing together their own complete set. That's the appeal. Whether people really want that or whether they prefer to get their own, I'm not so sure. I'm not entirely convinced.
Most people buying this sort of thing would probably research it and buy each bit separately, wouldn't they?
Indeed so. Anybody who's serious about home cinema, they would get a separate amplifier, subwoofer and speakers. The little satellite speakers are very tiny, and if you don't set the system up properly, they can sound very, very tinny. Also, I have to question, what's the point of an auto changer for DVD? It takes an age to change between the discs. And when you're
did say that, didn't
indeed,
he?
when you're watching a movie, you want to watch a movie, you don't want to go straight through and watch another movie, and another movie, and another movie. So I query that. And also, I think, okay, it's good value for money, I suppose.
very
at the
good
price.
value, I think
But
so.
would I buy it? Oh, absolutely no way. If it was the last home cinema system on this planet, I would not touch it with a barge pole.
But do you think it's not actually aimed at someone like one
Well,
of
it's
you
not
three?
aimed at enthusiasts.
Possibly not. I mean, I only have one thing to say, and that's no more beige. I mean, why? It's absolutely
We want
horrendous
pink.
to look at, or silver, or black, or something that just doesn't quite, isn't quite so hideous. And I agree. I mean, I think if you want an auto changer, you want one that works really quickly if you're going to
Yes.
use it for audio
Yeah.
CDs, and if you are going to use it for the cinema effects, you wouldn't watch movies back to back to back, sort of 5 of them. You might watch 2 back to back.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what about the remote control, though? Because that seemed to sort of power everything, and it was a huge, great thing.
Yes.
Do you need that?
You've got, well, some of the buttons are hidden behind a cover, which is quite good, so you don't get instantly confused. But people should be aware that there are lots of competing products to this coming out on the market, lots of competitors. Hey, look, you can go down to a supermarket nowadays and buy a DVD player for £150, so you've got to think about that too.
But maybe for a first-time user to buy the whole lot, as you say, for peace of mind, you know it's all going to work together.
But who wouldn't plug it into their regular stereo system? I mean, your regular stereo system probably has much better sound than these little tiny speakers.
Yes, what is the sound like? Because he said he wasn't too...
Well, you've got,
over to you.
you've got little satellite speakers for the high frequencies and a subwoofer for the bass frequencies. It's very dependent on placement in the room, and if you get
Right.
that wrong, then you can get quite a rotten sound.
So he obviously got it right, didn't he? Because in the end he liked the sound, but...
I
knowing
think
me-
that is a tribute to its setup, to be honest. If you got it
Yes.
right straight off out the box, that does suggest that it is very well designed.
Well, knowing me, I'd still probably manage to get it wrong. But let's find out about Andrew's opinion on it.
It's a lot of package for your money. Personally, I wouldn't go out and buy it. I already have an amplifier, I have the surround speakers. So for me, basically, they would be automatically redundant. If I didn't have them, I'd definitely go out and buy it, so I'd definitely give it a thumbs up.
There you go. I should say at this point that you stand more of a chance of becoming a road tester if you don't ask for a DVD player.